Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about something that will probably make some of you uncomfortable, but it's the kind of truth most men never want to face. The topic is a woman only respects you when you detach completely. Now, before you jump to conclusions, let's break it down. This isn't about being cold or playing games. This is about understanding human behavior, relationship dynamics, and why so many men feel invisible, taken for granted, or unappreciated in their relationships. I've seen it countless times in my work. Men who care, who give, who bend over backward. And the more they give, the less respect they get. And here's the part that shocks most people. The moment these men step back, the moment they detach emotionally and stop trying so hard to control the outcome, everything changes. Suddenly there's interest, suddenly there's respect. I've worked with men who thought they were doing everything right, only to realize that their constant attention and approval were actually pushing the woman away emotionally. They were loved, yes, but not respected. Respect isn't about gifts, attention, or even love. It's about presence and boundaries. It's about knowing your own value and showing it without desperation. Detachment isn't about ignoring someone. It's about reclaiming yourself, your time and your energy, and here's where it gets controversial. Many women subconsciously respond to men who prioritize themselves over them, not because they're manipulative, but because humans are wired to respect strength and independence. In this video, we're going to explore exactly what detachment looks like, why it triggers respect, and how you can apply it without becoming bitter or careless. We'll break it down step by step, using real-life experiences I've seen in my practice. So by the end, you'll understand why trying harder isn't the answer. But stepping back just might be one stop chasing, start living. When I talk to men about relationships, one of the first patterns I notice is the constant chase. They text too much, they call too often. They bend over backward to prove their worth. And every time they feel like it's not enough, the frustration builds, the anxiety grows, and yet they keep chasing, hoping that if they try harder, she'll suddenly appreciate them. The truth is, this is the exact opposite of what creates respect. Chasing doesn't make a woman value you, it often does the opposite. It signals neediness, and neediness undermines respect at a fundamental level. I've seen men who were emotionally exhausted from trying to earn a woman's attention. One man shared with me that he would plan entire weekends around her schedule, canceling his own plans only to feel invisible. His heart was in the right place, but the more he chased, the less she seemed to see him as someone strong, someone worthy. That's when I introduced him to the idea of detachment, not in a cold or manipulative way, but in a way that respected both his dignity and hers. The shift was subtle at first. He stopped sending constant messages, he stopped waiting by the phone, and he started focusing on himself, his passions, his friends, his growth. Almost immediately, his presence changed. He became calm, confident, and unpredictable in a good way. Instead of chasing, he was living, and that made him magnetic. She noticed the difference, not because he pulled away to punish her, but because he was no longer giving from a place of desperation. He was giving from a place of choice, and that distinction matters. Respect grows when someone sees that you are whole without them, that your happiness isn't dependent on their approval. Detachment isn't about ignoring or devaluing someone. It's about reclaiming your life and showing that you're a man who cannot be shaken by mere attention or lack thereof. It's about living fully, pursuing your goals, and allowing attraction and respect to follow naturally. The irony is that the more men stop chasing, the more they are seen. The more they step back, the more they step into themselves. And that's magnetic. The lesson is clear. Stop trying to earn respect by chasing. Stop sacrificing yourself for approval. Start living your life unapologetically when you do. You will notice a shift not only in how she treats you, but in how you feel about yourself. Chasing never built respect, but detachment, confidence, and self-focus do. 2. Why attention kills respect. Many men don't realize that attention, as much as it feels like love, can actually destroy respect. When a man gives constant attention, texting at all hours, always agreeing over explaining, feelings that might seem like he's being caring or romantic, but what he's really doing is signaling dependency. The brain of a woman, like any human, is wired to respect independence, strength, and emotional balance. Too much attention, especially when it's one-sided, flips the dynamic. Instead of admiration, it triggers a subtle sense of imbalance. She sees effort, not value. She sees need, not confidence. I've spoken with countless men in therapy who shared the same story. I don't understand. I do everything for her, and she seems to lose respect. And when we unpack their behaviors, the pattern is clear. They are always present, always available, always bending. At first, she may appreciate it. It feels nice to be wanted, but over time, it becomes predictable, and predictability kills tension, mystery, and ultimately respect. Attention without boundaries communicates that your life revolves around her rather than alongside her, and respect doesn't grow when someone can take your presence for granted. It's not about withholding care or becoming cold. It's about shifting the source of your attention. Ask yourself, am I giving because I genuinely want to or because I need validation? If it's the latter, attention becomes a tool of insecurity. A man who understands